Alrighty, another project. This is the Canvas Corp shoulder bag. Oops. And it is the small shoulder bag, item C is in cat, V is in Victor, S is in Soul, 3326. Okay, 3326. And I got this because I don't know if y'all have ever done trade shows or not, but you certainly don't carry a purse. I don't care how small it is. But what do you do with your cell phone? And I got I have the iPhone 6S Plus because I wanted to be able to use it as a small iPad. I don't talk on the phone that much, but I do need access to the internet. So, and I found this bag was perfect size for my phone. And the only problem I had was that the strap was a shoulder bag strap, and it wasn't big enough or long enough for crossbody. So what I did was very messily sewed some Canvas Corp ticking. I took the end of the thing off, the end of the strap, and I did a horrible messy job sewing. You know, from somebody that used to sew French hand sewing on a Bernina, this is just laughable. But I made the strap long enough so I could do crossbody. I want you to look at that mess. However, it is about halfway, so I think if I tie it carefully, I can tie a knot right there and hide most of that. That's my plan, Stan. Just like that. And I just grabbed the first thing I had handy, and that was the green ticking. And that put the knot right on the outside, so, you know, that's not so good. But I grabbed the green ticking and then was about halfway through it and realized I had done it inside out. I'd done the wrong side. But that's fine because it gives me a more faded look. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. So now what I'm going to do, I said all that to say this. I need some paper to put in here, because I'm going to use a jelly plate and print on here. And I know I've got something handy. I'm going to put some paper in here so I won't get any bleed through. Maybe. Get in there. It's kind of like sewing. I know all the right things to do, but do I do them right? No. Alright, because my squirrel brain, yeah, I can do jelly print on this. I've pulled a few stencils, and I talked with Joan Bass today, and she assured me that I couldn't mess this up. Now, I've messed with jelly plates. Well, I've done quite a bit with them, but, you know, it's different working on deli paper than it is on product. I've also got some golden GAC 900, which is fabric painting medium. And because I know this bag is probably going to want to be washed at some point. Okay, this is my used jelly plate. As with everything else Vicki does, I have two this size. Okay, quit fumbling. Get it in there. Alrighty. I've got a relatively clean piece of glass. And I'm putting my jelly plate down on that. Now I have two brayers. And I have the small Gelli plate. This one is 3 by 5, and I have a 4-inch circle and a 6-inch circle. And I doubt if I'm going to use the 6. We'll see. To start with, what am I going to do to start with? I can't sit there. I have pulled my pink is good. Teal is good. I've pulled some high impact paints. This is a good color. And I need a green. I need a green. And I bet I can make one. I think there just may be a new one coming out too. Haha. What do you think? Ooh, that was thin. That'll be a good green. Pull my shirt up so I don't get it all over me. And mix up some kind of a green. That's almost perfect. See? You sound like Garfield or whoever. Alright, here we go. I'm going to ink up my brayer real good. And I'm going to ink up my plate. Now this is a sheer paint. It's acrylic, but it's sheer. And I'm going to put some gack on here. Yep, it's sealed. I could have just mixed this with the paint, but I did it. Did it. Okay, I'm just going to roll that on here. Now, get the stencil. Let's start with this one. This is a Faber-Castell, and it's on, that may not work. Alright, put that one down. This is one I made. So I'm going to put that right there. And I'm not prepared. I'll put a piece of deli paper over the top of that. Remove some. Pull it up. Do it again down here. Ooh, the paint's wiggling. I'm not a jelly plate expert. You got to do something several times. I don't know what that is, but it's okay. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Let's use, I pulled a Stencil Girl. I just want to get some of the paint off. Now, here we go. I'm going to lay this right here. Trying to keep it from moving on me. got some print. Can you see that? And I'm going to lay the other side down up here. And I'm going to get paint all over my hands. Not that that matters. I just don't want to smear it on the bag. I'm using my water bottle to roll over it. Make sure I pick up pull that up real quick. I cut the darn thing around my neck. Okay, we got some pattern going on. All right. Now let's try no. Yep. This is some watercolor stuff that I did for my junk doodle journal. And that'll work just fine to pull that up with. Now, let's see what we're going to do. I'm just going to put a little bit of this teal. Now, what I've always done with jelly printing is gotten way too much paint. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little of that on there and mix it up. Well, that gack sure makes it slippery. Okay, lay that down. This is another Stencil Girl stencil. Circles. I'm going to lay that down. And I'm going to lay this one down. And I'm going to lay this one back down. You know, I really want to use this one, so I'm going to get it back out, force it. Okay. Now, paper. 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 We're getting some really good imprints with it. Pull that up. Oop. Pull this up. Are you ready? Oh, there's another one hiding there for me. Pull that up. Here we go. Alright, that's interesting. Excuse me. Alright. See what happened on the green on that first layer just adds a little bit of color, which is totally fine. I'm just using old deli paper I've got over here from using it for page protectors. Okay. Okay, now I'm on for pink. Oh, dang it, I just hit my plate. I hope I didn't make a dent in it. Get a little bit of that up. A little bit of gack. I have a dirty roller. Want a little bit more paint. This is really just kind of an experiment. This paint is kind of designed for fabric, burlap and canvas. Maybe not so much jelly plate printing with gack, because that gack is just making everything welly slippery. And see how this works. This is a little tool from Walmart. Foam doesn't have too much, it almost has too much bend, but okay, let's see. Just playing. Here we go. I so wanted to get this done, decorated for the show, and I was trying to put it off because I didn't want to ruin my bag. And that is so silly. Okay, pull it up, quick. We got some pink going on there. Okay. That's nice. Okay. Now let's try some Tattered Angels. I moved it. And Joan did remind me today that if all else fails, cover it with gesso and go again. A little, not much. Just some patterns. I'm going to go back in with some of this green that's floating around. A little gack. This stuff is supposedly, that was ugly, is supposed to turn your craft paint into fabric paint. Better speed up a little bit. I don't want to dry her. Okay, I'm going to go back with this blue. And see what we get. It looks like the Tattered Angel spray is pooling in on top of the paint rather than the plate, which means that we're not going to see it. Ooh, we are getting real close to needing some white. We're getting some cool patterns though. Alright, I have some Deco Art Traditions here that I just need to use. Okay. Roller. A little bit of gack. Excuse me for sniffling. I'm going to put that right there. Okay, I lost my circle one. Put that right there. I have got to get this studio clean. There it is. You're hiding. The gack really does make this liquidy. Alright, here we go. My bag is sticky. Alright. This is not working the way I thought it would. Let me turn this off. Alrighty, I let that dry. I let the white dry, I think. And then I sprayed on some Tattered Angels, Mel's Diner, and then I went through it with my little nifty tool. There's always gesso. I let the white dry and then came back. I didn't do anything else to it from the last pull. Then I came back and sprayed some more Tattered Angels in Mel's Diner. It's nice red. And what I love about the high impact paint is that it's transparent, and what I don't like about the white high impact paint for this is it's transparent. So that was making me get mud no matter what happened underneath. So I then put on the Mel's Diner and Tattered Angels, ran my little tool through it, and now I'm holding my heat gun up very high just to get a little air on it. Okay? Here we go. Okay, I have gone to a more opaque paint. This is titanium white. And this is Deco Art. And this one is aquamarine. There's always gesso. This is watercolor paper. I have it, I'm using it as cleanup paper right now, but it will be cut eventually and used in a doodle journal. Now where's my bag? Alright, let's see what we get. I'm not doing very good with fabric. All right. Just white. Not getting very white. That's okay. We'll figure this out together. Forever. I love ya. Forever. Well, now we're getting real close to back where I started. And I think I probably better pull a cleanup. And then I think gesso might be the answer. We'll start all over with gesso because everything I was doing was soaking into the fabric. Getting some of it. We're getting most of it. Baby wipe. That's good enough for now. This is thick white gesso. Looks like clabber, doesn't it? Okay. Okay, we're back to gesso. Nothing wrong with that. I'm going to leave that for a minute. I've been drying my bag a little bit. I'm going to go back to, that one's empty, almost. Get out of the way. Now I want to see if, might as well go for broke, right? If we're playing, we're playing. This is a stamp I cut, and I want to see if I can get any of this doodle stuff to work. So, you know what? I'm just going to put it right here. See what happens. Just cleaning off my roller. Hopefully I didn't wiggle it. Okay, we got something. Now I'm going to take this little pup. Right here in the floor. And I'm going to see if I can get it to print on the edge of my case. And I know you can't see that, and I am so sorry. See, I'm getting good prints here, but I'm not getting them on here, and I think it has to do with the fabric. That's my story. Okay, so I need to get this off here. And you do want to clean acrylic paint off your stamps. And I can always take a fabric pen and doodle. You know, I can doodle and enhance some of these. And before I do that, I'm going to try some black. See, I'm just getting an all over pattern. And my paint is dry. See, it works fine on paper. Well, I mean, you know, that was a cleanup, but it works good on regular paper. I'm just not getting it here. More gesso. I'm trying to use up that gesso. I'm beginning to get a little. Maybe it's just buildup. Maybe it's just I need to let this thing dry. You think? Alrighty. I'm getting somewhere. There's just clean up from the brayer.